I apologize if you hear two little friends playing around and roughhousing two dogs. They're very nice though. However, I felt a urgency to share this information, mostly for people who perhaps are in a precarious position, but I wanted to reemphasize with anyone who has the eyes to see and the ears to hear, to make sure that you're in a safe place, that you're in as safe as possible, a loving place. But it is not a crime to be good to yourself. Be safe. Be among, as much as possible, be among those of a similar vibration. And if that means being by yourself, then so be it. But the ultimate criteria is to put yourself in a sequestered, safe environment and pull your senses, your energies back from the external world and focus on, first of all, the holy tree of life at this base foundation, levels 0 through 3 of multidimensional integration. But your malkuth, your kingdom, your physical environment, and really the only amount of attention that should be paid to that, or given to that, is that you're safe and that you're able to maintain your genetic vehicle. But your primary focus and endeavor at this point is to begin to integrate and merge with these other these other holy trees of life, spheres, these energy domains. And this is essentially a way to expand your multidimensional consciousness and expand your consciousness within the system of Aumbondology and the plasmatization process model, which is essentially a process of verifying beyond any shadow of a doubt that your eternal spiritual aspect, that exists separate from your physicality, that you're actually going to, in your waking consciousness, separate your consciousness from your genetic vehicle. Some people call that out-of-body experience, near-death experience, but you're not going to be going through anything drastic. This is a expansion of consciousness while you're still incarnated and in your home base, in the Holy Tree of Life base 0 through 3, but essentially expanding your conscious and as this process, but wanted to re-emphasize to essentially make sure that you're safe and that you're in a safe environment, and that this plasmatization process model, whatever you want to call it, and this is just essentially, this is nothing inherently new or groundbreakingly innovative, as this is inspired by many other models and processes. This is just for my own intents and purposes an academic endeavor to rebrand this and call it as I, just to kind of keep it interesting. So anyway, this is a physical anchoring, as I mentioned, to keep your body and mind integration with the focus as your awareness is primarily linked to the genetic vehicle. And you stabilize your basic physical, emotional, and mental processes and establish a solid foundation before plasma extension. And that is what I'm referring to as your consciousness, the energetic, eternal energetic, in the Vedic sciences is known as the Atman, but this is your plasma extension. And moving along this, the Holy Tree of Life model, energetic awareness, in this stage 2, focused life force perception and initial plasma sensitivity, and that you have subtle awareness of bioplasma fields surrounding and within the body, early alignment with Tree of Life spheres, Malkuth to Yasad, and to begin recognizing the separability of consciousness from the body. that this is a reality and that this is what you're engaged with, the process. And then we have where we're getting into the Holy Tree of Life and spheres, areas 6 and 7. This would be stage 4, full plasmatization, intellectual and energetic mastery. There's a little discrepancy there, but anyway. But then we're going to move on up, stage 5, multidimensional integration, Christo-aligned mastery. And this is the reality that we're engaged in as consciousness begins to extend beyond the body into immediate energetic and spatial fields. And experiences may include out-of-body sensations, vibrational shifts, and twin flame resonance phenomena. And then the Holy Tree of Life, spheres 6 and 7, corresponds to creative and musical intelligence, refining harmonic alignment with cosmic grids. Build control over plasma movement while maintaining connection with the physical anchor. And then as we move into stage 4, full plasmatization, this is Holy Trees of Life 8 through 9, focus is your intellectual and energetic mastery. Consciousness merges with base 12 energetic matrices, including planetary and cosmic grids. And the Holy Tree of Life 8 through 9 levels emphasize mathematical, technological, and systemic awareness, allowing interaction with artificial or distorted timeline constructs. We experiment with hybridized interfaces, and multidimensional feedback loops will become possible. And you harmonize intellect with plasma consciousness for reconstructive work on artificial base 10 timelines. And with multidimensional integration with the Holy Tree of Life levels 10 through 11, this is Christos-aligned plasma mastery. The Aumbond, the individual on this path, navigates multiple timelines and dimensional overlays simultaneously. Awareness is fully resonant with the Cathara base 12 Tree of Life template. Plasma consciousness enables semi-permanent exteriorization of the Aumbond, that is yourself, or any person engaged in this process, with intelligence spanning both organic and non-organic matrices. Resonance fields established prepare for full integration with source consciousness. And this is your Christos plasma sovereignty, which is base 12 source integration. The Aumbond exists as pure plasma energy awareness, fully independent of physical form. And the Holy Tree of Life level 12 represents perfect alignment with the eternal source, mastery over all artificial distortions, and permanent connection to the Christos blueprint. The Aumbond can reconstruct or recalibrate entire timeline grids, act as a stabilizing force for monadic and soul fractal integrity. And the goal is the permanent liberation from the genetic vehicle, full participation in the cosmic flow of base 12 reality, and permanent Christos-aligned sovereignty. And then, so the point being, actually, with all of this, the Tree of Life spheres act as checkpoints during each Holy Tree of Life stage, integrating both intellectual and emotional mastery, and the plasmatization exercises should progress gradually. Premature the Holy Tree of Life level 12 activation without foundational stages can cause physical and psychic strain. Yes, this is a completely natural method. You're eating pureness in, pureness out. So no artificial stimulants of that nature and things such as that. So this also leads into the twin flame monadic resonance can accelerate stages 6 through 9. But this means that if you have a soul connection with a partner or whatnot, that's not outside the scope of this process. And that's what I'm recognizing here, that twin flame or monadic resonance can accelerate stages 6 through 9, but requires careful alignment with base 12 matrices to avoid timeline distortion. So this was just a quick way to verbalize, or share a process. And not that I fully expect anyone to begin this process, but I wanted to add this to the quantum morphogenetic field, speak it into existence as a very real process, and that in the times that we're in and moving forward, it is vitally important, I believe, and I want to emphasize that and share this message, to give the interior, energetic reality, skew your attention and focus upon that reality more than this sort of fake matrix reality, okay? All right, so just wanted to share that, and hopefully this means something to somebody. Namaste, namaskaram.